What you guys, got another video? Microsoft says you don't need an antivirus. Are they right? That's what we're going to be taking a look in today's video. If you've checked Windows security and wondered whether the protection is enough, you're asking the right questions. Let's take a look. So first off, let's take a look at the system resources. Now there's quite a few that are tied in with Windows security here, like Windows Defender Smart Screen, Windows Security Health Service, and also we got the anti-malware service right here, which is going to be taking up the most memory, as you can see, 156.2, and that will go up and down depending on what you're doing or what the actual service is doing. It's not really a resource-hungry antivirus program. It just runs in the background. It's built into Windows, and there's probably a few little small megabytes here and there for other little things that are running. Now, if you're running a scan, of course, that will eat up a lot more memory, as it would with any other sort of antivirus program. Microsoft goes on to say that Windows 11 is the most secure Windows yet. It's built-in antivirus software that is active by default, and it's deeply integrated into the OS, and it's updated continuously. Now, Microsoft Windows Defender antivirus helps defend against potential risks. Windows also includes a full antivirus protection stack that runs as part of the operating system. Each component addresses specific sort of risks: running files, unsafe links, untrusted apps, and unauthorized changes to personal data, and so on. If we take a look here, it's broken down into sections. So each of these sections will be protecting you. Core isolation, right here. Memory integrity, you can turn these on and protect you. If you are going to be using Windows Defender, it's important that you turn on all of these features to be able to protect you against nasties on the internet. So Windows Defender has come on a long way over the years. It is a very comprehensive antivirus program. It has Microsoft Defender Smart Screen, which will protect you and judge risks on how you use your computer. So if you're downloading particular types of files or you launch an app, Smart Screen will determine whether that is a safe file or safe app. It has a family feature which allows you to set up family features on your Windows PC to keep your children safe. So you've got loads of extra areas like screen time and things like that to be able to set that up. There's also loads of other features inside the Windows Security app. You can see right here, we've got protection history. We've also got areas that you can configure, which is what something you should be doing on yours. Cloud delivery protection, automatic sample submission, tamper protection, control folder access. This is for ransomware protection. It's not the best ransomware protection software out there, but it does a pretty good job. If you use all of the features like OneDrive, then ransomware protection can protect you a little bit better using that feature. If you're using ransomware protection on its own, it's probably not going to be good enough. But there's loads of other features in here that you need to turn on. I know a lot of scripts out there will disable some of the features in Windows Defender due to fears of privacy concerns, but if that is the case, then why are you using a Windows operating system in the first place? So if you want to get the most out of Windows Defender and you want to be secure and safe, then you need to turn on all of the features and make sure they're all running on the system. This way, Windows Defender is a pretty good option if you use all of the features that come with that particular software. Now, if you're going to not use a lot of these features and turn them off, then obviously it's going to leave the system vulnerable, because then Windows Defender would not be good enough, in my opinion. So features like Smart App Control blocks untrusted apps before they run. When you download software off the internet, it will run checks to see whether that app is signed and trusted and it's a known good app. And if it fails that test, Microsoft Windows Defender will block it using the Smart App Control. Let's take a look at ESET. I've got ESET on this system. I've been running it for quite a while. And you can see right here, I'm going to come down and take a look, and you can see the memory that is being used. There's a couple of little 1 megabyte files here that are being used, and we can also see the ESET proxy GUI. that's 3.6 megabytes, and we can see the ESET service is only 137. It doesn't use as much memory as what Windows Defender does, and the choice is there's plenty of other options out there which you can use other than ESET, but we're using ESET here because that's what's on this computer. So if you're not going to use a third-party antivirus like ESET or many others, then you're going to need to make sure that you have all the virus and threat protection turned on Windows Defender. App and browser controls, ransomware protection, and many other settings in there need to be on. If you're using a third-party antivirus like, say, ESET or many other ones out there, so with a third-party antivirus, it comes with extra features that some advanced users might want, like firewalls and running processes apps like this, which will give you an idea of what is running on your system and whether it's a bad file or good file. You can also look at network connections, see what is running on your network. You can also run through here and take a look at ESET's system inspector, or maybe you want to run something else. I can run an instance and create one right here. I do find with ESET I get much more better control over my emails and scam emails that are coming down onto my computer, whereas Windows Defender doesn't do anything. It just lets loads of spam emails through, whereas this actually blocks it and actually deletes them or moves them into quarantine. So you've got System Cleaner here as well, built in as well, and there's also quarantine and a bunch of other stuff like Scheduler as well that you can set up schedule tasks on here to run scans and things like that automatically. So there's lots of extra added features. Some of the other ones out there on the market are a little bit bloated. They have VPN software on them and all sorts of other stuff that you probably don't need, like password managers and things like that. But this, for me, does pretty much everything I need it to do. There is a submit samples here as well, which you can do. And they will automatically scan files to make sure that file is safe before you click on it. There's lots of things that ESET does better than Windows Defender, in my opinion. So when you go to the setup phase here, you've got computer protection. There's lots of options in here which you can check mark as well, like game mode. If you're playing games, it won't disturb you, won't get pop-ups, it won't run any scans in the background or anything like that while you're gaming. So you can toggle that on. You've got webcam protection, device control, and also real-time protection inside there as well. Inside the internet protection, you've got parental control on here, web access protection, anti-phishing protection, and loads of other features on here. Inside the network protection, you'll see it's starting to get quite in-depth. There's quite a lot of stuff you can do inside ESET and configure it the way you like. If you look at the configuration options inside here, there's way more inside here than what you would get inside of Windows Defender. The way Windows Defender is going to protect you is using your virus and threat protection, confirm real-time protection, and turning on like confirmed cloud delivery protection, and it will give you app and browser control, ransomware protection, and there's other features inside there as well, like smart screen, smart app control, and app and browser control and things like that that are going to protect you. But it also wants you to use the Windows OneDrive and also BitLocker as well in conjunction with all of the Windows Defender features. And of course, this will then protect you better using the full stack of features that come with Windows Defender. So Windows Defender should be enough for most people as long as you use all of the protection guards that are built into Windows Defender. But Microsoft also concedes that Defender may not be good enough for certain power users, in which case third-party antivirus is still a good idea. Notably, extra security software may be needed if you manage multiple devices, share devices with family members, or want services like identity monitoring or parent controls. Specialized security software may also be needed in corporate environments where centralized management and enhanced threat monitoring are paramount for protecting sensitive data. Normally, when you install a third-party antivirus program, Windows Defender will be turned off. You do not need more than one antivirus on the system at any one time. And remember, installing third-party antivirus software will add additional load to your RAM and CPU in some cases. I guess what it all boils down to is how you use your computer and what you do on your computer. Not everyone uses their computer the same. For instance, if you visit dodgy sites and download dodgy software, and you're one of these people that just click on everything that you see and you fall for some of the scams out there all the time, then maybe Windows Defender is not going to be good enough for you and a third-party antivirus might be the way to go. But if you just use your computer and use a bit of common sense, you'll see that Windows Defender does come up pretty well in the rankings. It has been ranked pretty good. And in some cases here, it's saying it's actually got a higher score than what ESET does. Remember, there's no antivirus out there that is going to protect you against zero-day attacks. If you click on a fresh raw sample that hasn't been detected by any antivirus program, it can still infiltrate your system and cause mayhem to your computer. So that's how people get infected. They click on attachments, click on the files inside attachments, click on links inside emails, or click on links inside Discord or any other place that they don't trust. They start clicking on stuff, download and run scripts off the internet that are not trustworthy. If you don't know who that person is personally, then you need to take caution of what you're running on your PC because you can get infected. And this is how people always get infections on their PC. There's loads of scripts out there that have got backdoors built into them where they will drop down a file onto the system and it will be a rat or a backdoor that will allow them and get in. It will put some rootkit or keylogger on the system. So be very, very careful on what you're running on your PC, because if you get hit with ransomware, it's going to encrypt your drive and that is it. If you do not have backups of your data and you cannot get a decryption key, then your data is gone forever. It's not worth paying for ransoms from ransomware because you never know whether they're going to send you the key anyway. That's why it's called ransomware. You're held to ransom. You may as well just call it quits, reinstall the operating system and just say your data is gone. So this is the article that Microsoft put out, and it goes into great detail about each individual component inside Windows Defender, like Smart App Control, built-in ransomware mitigation. It's got lots of different features built into Windows Defender. Most people don't even know half the stuff that's in Windows Defender because they never ever go there. But if you do use Windows Defender, you should take time and go through and understand how it works, look at all of the features that it has to offer and enable all these features. Stop listening to fearmongers on the internet telling you to turn a lot of these features off because of privacy concerns, because you're going to leave yourself vulnerable. So what are the best antivirus software out there today if you are thinking about getting a third-party antivirus software? I would still say Kaspersky is probably one of the best, if not the best, antivirus solution out there. It is designed and run from a Russian company and it's banned in America. But again, the choice is yours at the end of the day. Bitdefender is also a very good antivirus software, but I'm sure there's going to be people that will say their antivirus software is the best, and this debate will go on and on. I use all different types of antivirus software. I test every single bit of software. I've been running ESET for about a year or so now, and it's been pretty much rock solid. I don't have any issues with it. But again, I've tried many other antivirus software over the years. You just use what you want to use on your PC. As long as it's got a good firewall protection, which ESET does have, then you should be pretty much good to go. On the other hand, if you're one of these people that just use your computer to go on YouTube, send some emails, and you don't click on dodgy attachments and you don't go to dodgy websites and download software off the internet, and you've got good general computer knowledge and use a bit of common sense, then Windows Defender will be perfectly fine. Remember, no antivirus software out there will protect you 100%, especially from zero-day attacks. You just need to use a bit of common sense and you should be perfectly fine. Anyway, with that said, I think that's going to be about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who have joined my YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support. and I shall catch you in the very next video, or I'll see you on the Discord server. The link is in the video description. Thanks again for watching and have a nice day. Bye for now.